a bill that would give Idaho's Attorney General the power to sue public officials and government agencies that are believed to be breaking Idaho law is not going anywhere for now. Lawmakers held it in committee today. Aspen Shumpert joins us. Aspen, you were at that hearing. Why did lawmakers decide to hold off on this?
Well, Justin, really because House Speaker Mike Moyle, who was also the sponsor of the bill, wants to take a pause, saying he needs time to rework the proposal to address some concerns.
Why is everybody so afraid of a bill that says follow the law?
A bill that's drawn large concern.
Before the committee is H743.
Was supposed to get a hearing Wednesday afternoon.
I didn't walk in here wanting to hold the bill, but I don't have the votes yet to get the bill passed.
House Bill 743, sponsored by House Speaker Mike Moyle, would allow the Attorney General to sue any public officer, employee, or government entity believed to be violating state law.
Not going to be one of those where it's going to be, they'll have a chance to, fix things, and if they don't, then it kicks in.
State dollars meant for the entity would be frozen the moment a lawsuit is filed, and those found willfully breaking the law could face personal fines up to $50,000.
As you can tell from your emails, there's a lot of people that aren't happy about that. If you're obeying the law, this bill won't touch you.
But the House Judiciary Rules and Administration Committee unanimously voted to hold the bill, per Moyle's request.
I know that we probably need to make some changes to get this bill through.
Representative Ted Hill says he would have moved it forward.
The insubordination you see from certain folks that we've seen recently and close by, it needs to be decisive, and I think it's spot on.
The bill comes amid an ongoing dispute over Boise's mayor, Lauren McLean, continuing to fly the pride flag at City Hall despite a 2025 state law governing flags on government property. Speaker Moyle says this bill is not intended to target anyone.
It's not just that issue where you had a mayor openly say, I'm not going to do anything because the law doesn't have a penalty. Sometimes we had a problem with the local government sending us in their budgets to the state.
But critics of the bill, like Representative John Gannon, say there isn't a level playing field.
The Attorney General gets the attorney's fees, or shall get attorney's fees when the Attorney General prevails, but the public employee, who could be a police officer, could be a mayor, somebody else, they don't get attorney's fees if they win. And that is unfair.
Because the bill was held, it never reached public testimony, but the Association of Idaho Cities wrote the committee opposing the bill.
We're totally in support of making sure that Idaho's laws are able to be enforced.
But the association worries, quote, reason to believe someone is violating the law is a low threshold to bring a lawsuit, and cutting revenue off immediately could cripple local services.
We use the funding through cities for things like police, fire, ambulance, and I know that all of the other agencies and things throughout the state are all providing good services for the residents.
Moyle says he's willing to tweak the bill.
And we'll go back and see if we can address some of those concerns.
But there needs to be enough of a penalty.
We've got to find a path that we can force people to obey the laws we pass.
Moyle says he isn't sure whether the current bill would be rewritten or if he'll just introduce a new bill with a new number entirely, Justin. This is an ongoing conversation, so not over yet, but we'll look out for what the next steps are.
All right, Aspen, thank you for that.